Adriana joins us with a first look at the weather. Only last week, if you're standing outside, it would be bitterly cold, but things are starting to turn around today.
Yeah, we've seen it already. Those temperatures throughout the day, closer to that 0-degree mark, and even warmer as we progress through the week. Now, as we continue through the overnight hours, we'll see a bit of that cloud cover, but clearing as we get into tomorrow and some more sunshine. Our temperatures around the city brought to you by Big Four Motors, Calgary's original Jeep store, and more in Taza Park. -1 there. It's -2 downtown, -1 at the airport, and Windsport currently sitting at -2. It's getting a little bit cooler with a mid-single digit overnight low. Wind chill getting closer to -11. But as we get into the morning, more sunshine, above 0 temperatures, and we'll have that warming trend. Details for you coming up later on in the show.
All right, Adriana. We're looking at plus-size temperatures.
Yes, finally. It feels like we've been in this cold snap for quite some time, but things have turned around today and will continue to warm as we progress through the week. Here's a look outside right now with our Skywatch weather camera. Already seeing some clearing throughout much of the day. It was a mix of sun and clouds. As we get into early tomorrow morning, that starts to clear with more sunshine along with the warmer temperatures. Now, the story here tomorrow and into middle of the week really could be the wind. So we'll take a look at that in just a bit. Right now around the region, it's -1 in Calgary with the wind chill -5. Much cooler up north as we head into Red Deer. It's that wind chill of -18 and beyond. We're seeing in northern parts of the province, those wind chills still in the mid-20s. Medicine Hat mid-teen wind chill -15. Currently sitting at -6 in Lethbridge with a wind chill of -9. Pincher Creek at -4 with a wind chill of -10. Here's a look at tomorrow's temperatures, though. A big difference above 0 as we get into southern parts of the province. 3 for us in Calgary, Lethbridge a high of +2, -2 in Medicine Hat, Brooks at -3. Cranbrook could see a high of -4. Now, as we continue to look at the cloud conditions and the sky conditions, that cloud continues to push further east. We'll see that clearing into Calgary, Lethbridge, and into that southeastern corner as well. However, Tuesday night brings in a little bit more of those stronger wind gusts for southeastern parts or southwestern parts of our province, but snow also into the northern mountain parks. That system pushes further east, bringing a mix of rain and possibly some snow and freezing rain into eastern parts of the province by Wednesday morning. That moves further south by around 8 a.m. along that Trans-Canada Highway, some of that mixing, and then into Highway 3 around noon. So we'll see a bit of that impact our road conditions by Wednesday. So wind gusts forecast tomorrow. Calgary could see those gusts get closer to 50 kilometers an hour by later into the evening. For areas like Pincher Creek, Pass, closer to gusts of 70 kilometers an hour, but it's that westerly wind that is bringing in the warmer temperatures and conditions. Tomorrow, temperatures around southeastern BC, mostly around +2 for Salmon Arm. Further north, -2 in Slave Lake, +1 in Edmonton. Waking up, though, to -12. Tomorrow, a high of +3 in Calgary, Olds +2, Lethbridge +2, -2 in Medicine Hat, and Brooks, a high of -3. So sky conditions looking really great as we start off the week. Tuesday with that sunshine, above 0 temperatures, +3, a mix of sun and clouds on Wednesday, +4, and a bit of a cool down for Thursday, and some of that mixing by Friday. Things are looking warm this week.
There's a fair amount of snow out there, and quite a bit of it will melt this week.
That's right. As we see those temperatures above 0, that warming trend already started today as we got closer to that 0-degree mark, but beyond overnight, we start to clear up, and with that, that's the ridge of high pressure that's clearing away the clouds, bringing in more of that sunshine and more warmer air too. So a high of +3 tomorrow, staying above 0 overnight, high of 4 degrees on Wednesday. Plenty of sunshine through the first half of the week. However, a system moving in the second half of the week, and because of the warmer temperatures, we may see some mixing by Friday.
Let's get our first peek at a warming forecast. Adriana's in for Danielle tonight. We've kind of shaken that extreme cold, at least for a bit.
Yeah, that's right, Tara. We're seeing those temperatures getting above seasonal and above zero as we progress through the week. Now, throughout today, we've already seen the clearing and continuing to do so overnight for much of the province. Temperatures across the province right now, looking at -11 in Medicine Hat, -7 in Lethbridge, -11 in Brooks, -15 in Lloydminster, Cold Lake, and Fort McMurray at -14 as well. Those wind chills further north, closer to -20, but for us in Calgary, -8 is that wind chill, and just getting warmer as we progress through the overnight into tomorrow, a high of +4. We'll have a closer look at that 5-day forecast for you later on.
Let's bring Adriana back in as we look ahead to our 5-day forecast. It's so nice that it's a little bit warmer.
Yeah, it really is. We felt it today, and we just continue to see that warming trend through the rest of the week. Here's a look right now at Calgary. Our camera, mostly clear conditions. Temperature currently sitting at -4, but with the wind chill feeling like -8, which is much better than the temperatures we have been feeling for the last little while. Now, clearer conditions also means we're not seeing much protection from the cold, so temperatures could drop a little bit further overnight before things start to warm up. But here's a look at the 24-hour temperature change. This time yesterday, Calgary has warmed up by 9 degrees. Milk River has warmed up by 12 degrees, 6 degrees warmer right now compared to yesterday's this time for Medicine Hat, and 8 degrees warmer in Brooks. That means temperatures right now along the east, Medicine Hat and Brooks currently sitting at -11, -12 in Drumheller. Calgary currently sitting at -4 with that wind chill of -7. Lethbridge feeling like -11, and Brooks and Medicine Hat closer to the mid-teens with the wind chill. So that clearing continues to push further east as we get into the overnight hours and into Tuesday morning. However, as we move into Tuesday afternoon, those wind speeds really picking up. Gusts closer to 40 kilometers an hour here in Calgary, and down southeast towards Pincher Creek and Crow's Nest Pass, those gusts could get up to 70. But it's this system right here that could bring a little bit more of that snow for the mountain parks, starting in the north and making its way further south throughout Tuesday night, Wednesday overnight. So it's that BC portion of the Trans-Canada Highway that could see some of that road conditions being impacted. And then by Wednesday morning for the Trans-Canada Highway between Calgary to Medicine Hat, some mixing there. That is rain mixed with snow, could see some freezing rain before making its way further south to Highway 3 by Wednesday later on in the morning and noon hours. But that clears up fairly quickly. It's the wind conditions that we'll be watching for tomorrow. So Pincher Creek, by tomorrow morning, those gusts getting closer to 35 to 60 kilometers an hour by the evening. Calgary could see those wind gusts closer to 50 also. And it looks like these gusty conditions really continue into the overnight hours and throughout Wednesday as well. So that wind coming in from the west, of course, and that is bringing in the warmer temperatures. Regional forecast for us for the next few days, seeing temperatures above seasonal and even above zero. But here it is, Pincher Creek. We'll see the windy Tuesday as well as Wednesday with daytime highs closer to zero and pushing above that too. For Calgary, our 5-day forecast, 5 degrees on Wednesday and possibly seeing some mixing by Friday as well. So that warming trend really here to stay for the week.
Wow. All right. Well, we love a good golf trick shot on trending. You know that. But you don't usually expect to see them from golfers quite this young.
Oh. I hit it! A bucket! Yeah!
Oh. No way! Not one, but two. If you think these kids look young, they are. So the first little guy to make the shot on the left is 2. Oh. On the right is his 4-year-old sister. Now, they'd been practicing this for a while from the front patio. They were just ready to go inside when both of them smacked their golf balls right into the bucket.
God.
All I can say is they are hooked for life.
Yeah, they are.
It's pretty good.
It's
Dad
a little, I did it for me.
Even they weren't expecting it. Many people travel with their pets over Christmas, of course, but unless they're a service animal, they're not really supposed to be out and about. This curious feline could not be contained. It managed to escape its carrier. This was on a flight from Vancouver to Toronto just this past Friday. It started running down the aisle, and this happened during takeoff, so no one was allowed to get out of their seats to grab the cat. Eventually, it was corralled by the flight attendants. Nobody really seemed to mind, though. Everyone was trying to get their hands on it and give it a quick pet.
Typical cat, I'll go where and when I want.
Like, I'll go where I want.
Doesn't matter to anyone.
Yeah. It's a nice looking cat. Many people who buy real Christmas trees in Calgary will leave them outside eventually and they'll get picked up for composting, but not in this German town. This is the 17th annual Christmas Tree Throwing World Championship. This is Wiedenfeld, Germany. It's derived from the Scandinavian Newtfest. This is a very quirky event. It's a fierce contest, consists of 3 disciplines. So distance, height, and slinging. That's probably the slinging. That could be the distance. I don't even know. Maybe that's the slinging. I don't know. You got to put your shoulder into it, though.
Oh. Trust the Germans to turn that into a sport. Yeah.
Looks like the Highland Games with a Christmas tree, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do any good in that. I have a fake tree.
Oh, yes. Exactly. Well,
and here's a look outside live right now here in Calgary. Clear conditions as we saw those clouds move out of the way. That continues to push further east. That means throughout the province, we'll see that clearing story begin early tomorrow morning. But it's the winds that we'll be worried about as we get into Tuesday as well. So here's a look at what's going on right now with our radar satellite. A bit of flurries throughout that southeastern corner. Medicine Hat seeing some of that light snow come in, and that continues into the overnight. That starts to end as we get into Tuesday, however, and those temperatures start to warm beyond midnight as well. So right now, here's a look at what's going on right in our southern parts of the province. -11 in Medicine Hat and Brooks, -12 in Drumheller. Calgary currently sitting at -4, Banff at -9, and Cranbrook at -7. With the wind chills, though, feeling much cooler. -10 in Banff, feeling like -17 for Drumheller, and into the mid-teens Brooks, Medicine Hat. But that warming trend continues as we get into that overnight hour. Right now, high levels still cold, -20, and that wind chill closer to -25. Edmonton -10 right now with a wind chill of -13. But here's a look at that upper air pattern. This upper ridge here is pushing in as we continue into Tuesday, Thursday, and throughout much of next week. We'll see the influence of the warmer air. Tomorrow, temperatures, daytime high of +2 for Kamloops, Salmon Arm, Kelowna, -3 in Fernie, -1 in Golden. Above seasonal for northern parts of the province as well. +1 in Edmonton, 3 degrees for us in Calgary, 2 degrees in Olds, and +3 in High River. We'll have a closer look at that 7-day trend for you later on in the show, Tara.
pretty good. Thanks.
2 goals, 6 seconds. Not
very
bad.
good. Very good. Thank you, Glenn. Yeah. Well, it feels nice to be out of that deep freeze, Adriana.
It really does. As we continue into the week, we'll see those temperatures just warm up even more. But first, here's a look at our weather window brought to you by Lux Windows and Doors, crafting quality windows and doors for your style, budget, and Alberta's climate. This photo was sent in by Michael early this morning from Signal Hill, looking out into the mountains, and you can see the clearing making its way from west to east, and that is the trend throughout the province. So things are looking brighter, things are looking warmer as well. For our 5-day forecast here in Calgary, warming up especially for Wednesday. That daytime high +5, possibly even warmer, but things are getting windy and gusty from tomorrow afternoon into our Wednesday as well. Those wind gusts from the west up to 50 kilometers an hour possible, but the warming trend stays with us for the next 10 days.
Thanks, Adriana. Thank you for your company. Have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow.